Let's get back to the markets. The biggest gainers on the Dow, accounting for some of this 164-point gain, are Goldman, United Health, and Caterpillar. They're all up sharply. Dow's up 158 points. Tom Hayes joins me now. You watch the market for us. Okay, we've got the CPI tomorrow, Consumer Price Index. It's expected to go up 2.3% year over year, 2.3% inflation. If it does that, does the market rally?
I think it's good for the market. The thing that I've learned over the years, Stu, is the secret to happiness in life is low expectations. So we've got a low inflation number at 2.3%, which is consistent with what is expected of the Fed in November, an 87% chance of a 25 basis point cut, a 78% chance of a 25 basis cut in December. So long as that number's in the neighborhood of 2.3%, they're going to follow through with those cuts. That adds liquidity to the market. And I think maybe a few bumps in October, but I think going into year end, we're going to be just fine. And the Fed's going to follow through with those cuts.
So the market rallies?
The market will go up on balance before the end of the year. Does it rally the next minute? Perhaps. The key is liquidity is coming from everywhere around the world. We've had the most amount of central bank cuts happen since 2020 and 2009. Those were times to be buyers of equities, not sellers.
You make a big distinction between the Magnificent Seven, which have almost stalled, not quite stalled, but they're not making the big gains that they were, versus the other 493 stocks in the S&P 500. That's where you want to put the money, right?
That's right. You don't want to swim against the tide here. We started the year, the Magnificent Seven had 50% earnings growth. They're down to the mid-teens earnings growth, whereas the unmagnificent 493, they had negative earnings growth until the most recent quarter. They've just started to inflect positive, and as that trend continues, they're going to be at mid-teens earnings growth over the next couple of quarters. That's where all the money is going to be made, Stu. There are still stocks down 50%, 60%, 70% that are great companies that are going to be doubles over the next 2-3 years.
All right, Tom Hayes, we understand. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Come and see us again soon. Ashley.